Hey you guys, so I know I sound a little bit nasally and I sound a little bit different. First of all, I cannot find my normal voice recorder that I record with when I do voiceovers. And number two, I'm still sick from this past week and I haven't recorded any new footage, but I was going through some of my comments and people were asking me if this look that I had put over on my Instagram was available. So I had enough content to actually get up a IG and a YouTube video, so I figured I would post it. So today we're going to start off with this foundation, which is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Yourself foundation. This isn't my favorite foundation by any means. Honestly, I don't like it when it's by itself. If I mix it with something, it works pretty well, or if I use it as a concealer, it does a good job, but by itself, it tends to break out pretty quickly on my skin, so I don't like to use it by itself. And then for brows, I'm just going in with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I use dark brown. It's been a really long time since I've used Anastasia products for my brows, so I figured that I would use them, and I was like, oh my gosh, I completely remember why I love you so much. I'm sure you guys can tell how nasally I am. Like, I know that like the mic is probably not the best on this, but like just what I'm doing right now, you guys would laugh at me. I have two tissues stuck up my nose and I'm just trying to catch everything. But I'm just going to go ahead and clean up my brows with a little bit of concealer, and then I'll just go ahead and conceal underneath my eyes. Pretty normal stuff that you guys see me do all the time. So I have to give an honorable mention to this product because this is actually the Covergirl Easy Brow Gel. It's got a little bit of color to it. I think I'm using the dark brown, and this stuff works so well. I have been so impressed with this stuff. It is literally keeps my brows like in place. It gives them volume, and then I just go over it with clear brow gel, but it transformed my brows. It's incredible what it does. So big shout out to that brow product because it is amazing. For my face, I'm going to be going in with the face palette by Nikita Dragon. You guys know I talked about this in my monthly favorites, and I really love this palette, but only for that one shade in that palette because I do find it to work really well for my skin. I just find that it gives just enough warmth to my skin where it doesn't look too warm, too harsh, or anything like that, and it just brings a little bit more life back to my skin. So for blush, I'm actually going to go in with the Laura Geller Baked Blush. This is one of them that I picked up from my TJ Maxx haul, you guys, and I cannot put it down. It is probably one of my most used products that I've purchased from that haul, and speaking of, I need to do another one, but you guys, it is so good. Like, I definitely plan to get more when I go back because they just work so well on my skin. I thought I'd have a little bit more like glitter to it, and it doesn't at all. Like, it doesn't even transfer, so it's pretty amazing. Then for highlight, I decided that I would go in with the Cookie Highlighter by Benefit. I like this highlighter, don't get me wrong, but I just never reach for it as much as I do with like the Twinkle, Dandelion Twinkle or something from Benefit. But I like to take that and then mix this with it because I think this gives a little bit more pop, but it's a pretty highlight. So for the eyes, this is probably one of the easiest looks I've done here in a really long time. I'm going to be going in with the Dose of Color Baked Browns, and I'm going to be taking this palette, and I think I only used 2 shades for this eye look. I could not put down these palettes. I raved about it with you guys in my monthly favorites about how much I love these palettes because they're just so easy and they're really pigmented, but even if they're pigmented, like, they don't come off splotchy or anything. They blend out really nicely and they're just really easy looks to create. So I'm taking the shade and I'm applying it, and it's a lot darker on my eyes than it was in the pan. So I ended up using this as like an all over shade, and then I'm just going to take that color again and apply it right on my lids too. So I'm just going to really take it all over my eyes, and then I'm just going to take this color and pop it right on my lid. So there's just a little bit of definition. Like, it looks a little bit darker on my lid, and then it fades out into a little bit of a lighter brown. So for the lower lash line, I'm just going to take a chocolate brown for my waterline because I didn't want it to go in with a black. Like I thought it would be too harsh. So I'm just going to take that, and then I'm going to go in with the darkest shade in the palette, and I'm going to run that on my lower lash line. Once I get done using a flat definer brush on that, I'm going to go in with a little bit of a thicker brush, and I'm going to take the shadow that we used, the second color that we used for our eyeshadow look, and I'm just going to run it underneath to blend it out. And I'll go back in between these two motions and really like smoke it out down there. So that completes the look. I'm going to go ahead and pop on some lashes. These are by Dollar Lash Club, and I honestly think you could wear this look in the day and then move it into nighttime. Like I've totally worn this look many times, like in the day. Just pop on some lashes and you instantly turn it into a nighttime look. You could add a wing liner to intensify it, but I just went ahead and applied a little bit more blush because I wanted to make my cheeks a little bit more rosy. And then I'm just going to finish off with the lips. I decided to go in with this like coffee tone lip liner by Mellow Cosmetics, and then I'm just going to be using this lipstick from Joa Beauty, and once I get done applying that lipstick, I'll finish it off with the iconic London lip gloss. So there's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I apologize, you guys, for my lack of content, and just I feel so bad, but I promise once I get better, hopefully, I feel like today everything's kind of like coming out, that tomorrow I definitely have to film because I got to get content up for you guys. So I'll have a next video up on Thursday, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for being kind and patient with me, and I will see you guys all in my next video.